Pick a card. Quick focus for spiritual ascension. Heal. Recover from illness or trauma convalescing from an injury. The process of regaining health after injury or illness. Mend, recuperate, heal. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. I'm going to go ahead and light a little bit of incense before we do. Get this area kind of cleansed. That's cool. Okay. And let's see where we go with this. So as per usual, we have some piles to choose from, but this time I thought we'd choose from this really cool picture I bought at a thrift store, vintage store. So this is going to be pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you guys know I usually do only 3, but we're just going to do 5 today because why? Because we can. So if you feel led to choose more than one pile, go ahead, but take a look once again, and I'll go ahead and get a picture of this so you guys can also refer to it later and make a choice. Hi, pile 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you for coming by as well. Hope that everybody receives exactly what it is that you are seeking. Pile 1, if you chose this vase, then this message is for you. And we're going to be opening this up. If you haven't noticed, it's going to be different once again with a crystal card. So show me what I need to see for pile number 1. Something to focus on that would be healing and a quick fix, if there is such a thing in the spiritual realm. Something that'll make magic happen in their lives quickly. Show me what I need to see. Show me now. I'm going to go with this guy. Ooh, Snowflake Obsidian. I love this one. I think I have one, but you could never have too many. So this is balance, transformation, and support. The chakra is the root chakra, vibration number 8. If you can see that here. Virgo Capricorn, and the affirmation is my strength brings me balance and support. Snowflake Obsidian can help you bring emotions to surface for healing. It heals old karmic patterns and works to remove negative energy from within and around us. It brings balance to the mind, body, and spirit. Okay? So we are going to keep this in mind as we read for pile number 1. Now, what I will say is, yeah, I definitely feel like there's a lot of healing regarding family and things of old, things that maybe we have pushed beyond or feel like it doesn't even affect us, things like that. Pile number 1, show me what I need to see for pile number 1, something to heal them quickly or something to work on that will really transform and help them improve their lives. Kind of an extra boost. And show me now. So the Queen of Pentacles. This could be a mother wound or even a grandmother wound, but this could be somebody perhaps that had finances on their mind all the time, and maybe perhaps you felt like you weren't enough, and perhaps you've attracted a lot of different scenarios in your life where you feel like people simply want to focus on their bag, their money, their assets, their livelihood, versus focusing on you or making you feel like you are important. And if that's your background, and if that sounds familiar, then rest assured this pile is for you. Now, what I'm looking at also is the really dark waters in here, and it's almost like it's almost like I'm trying to keep everything dry. I'm trying to keep ahead. I'm trying to keep from drowning, that kind of a thing. And you could have come from a family that most of us have, where they felt like they were drowning drowning in trying to keep up with the bills and things like that. I don't feel like it was like keeping up with the Joneses, because the Queen is very practical. So this is something that could have been always at the forefront of that person's mind, that caregiver, that nurturer. Show me what I need to see. Why are these cards here with the snowflake obsidian, please? Transformation, balance, and support. And show me now the Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you were left waiting. You were left waiting, like when things were going to get better. When are we going to get to the point where we're not treading water, where we're not trying to hold things above water so that they don't get wet and kind of drift away? When am I going to get this offer? Now, the cool part, pile number one, is that I'm noticing, I feel like this is a magnifying glass, and I love that for you, because I feel like now's a time to really kind of inspect. She's like in the middle of like between a rock and a hard place. So I feel like you've had to kind of grow up a lot on your own. Maybe you weren't even a latch kid, if you're old enough to know what those are. But maybe perhaps you felt like there was not enough room for you. There's no way to go like behind you, no way to go in front of you. And so you were just kind of stuck. And consequently, I feel like this person dove deep. And I feel like you have a lot of depth to you, but you were always kind of like waiting for things to improve, waiting for this provider, this person, this nurturer to come and bring forth something that you really desired, waiting for your ships to come in. But consequently, it gave you a lot of patience. And I feel like now's the time to go ahead and inspect that wound. I know we don't want to, but just even acknowledging, does this have some relevance as far as like the people in your life? Do you find yourself drawn, or people that are drawn to you over and over again, who are constantly focused on their bag, their money, that they are trying to balance things and, you know, seemingly to do okay, not like drowning or anything, but also not totally focused on you. And I feel like that's like really forced you to go within and pull out those qualities that really shines within you, yourself, basically. I feel like some of you guys raised yourself, for lack of a better way. You were provided for like a roof over your head and food and the basics. But as far as like emotional well-being and stuff, with the water being so dark, I think that it was very mysterious and perhaps even scary, because that water looks a little scary. It doesn't look like you can count on what's underneath it. You can't really see what's underneath anyways. So yeah, and I feel like inspecting that is going to help you to really alleviate a lot of that, a lot of the stress that came with that. It's going to help you also to not continue drawing people like that in your life, but really be conscientious and be able to identify, you know, who is able to kind of give you the attention or the love that you need, whether friendship, partnership, or other, whatever the case may be. So this is a deep transformation for you, because I feel like some of you guys have been repeating this lesson over and over again. How would I know? Because yeah, been there. Me too. That's all I can say. Show me what I need to see. What would help my pile number one? My pile number one, you guys are so deep, so introspective. You could really think about things and kind of scrutinize things quietly and never say what you observe, and not repeat things, but you just really are a natural observer because of, you know, product of your environment, I guess one can say, right? Show me what I need to see. How can pile number one move on and break these cycles? Healing. The number 29, candle flame, burn this hour. Bring to me your healing power. So there might be a need for you to meditate, to light a little candle, and just go ahead and focus. And even just say, you know, I don't even know how to do this. I'm focused on healing. And if spirit or anyone that you believe in above, go ahead and like show me what you can do with your healing power. Let's see it. Not in a, you know, arrogant way, but it's like, hey, I'm ready. Let's get some healing done. Let's be able to identify and move on, so that I can actually feel like I'm taken care of, that I'm secure, that I'm safe, that I'm loved, that I'm somebody. Because I feel like some of this has really damaged your self-esteem. And a lot of you guys, like myself, you know, you don't want to kind of look at it. But the snowflake obsidian is an incredible stone. So if you're able to, or if you feel led to, then I would definitely try to get one to be able to help on your journey. Anything else that this pile can do? I heard journaling, and we all love to do that, don't we? Journaling. What is it that you observe within your relationships that connects every one of them? What are the patterns when things are good and you guys are being drawn together? What are the commonalities? Make sure that you're not trauma bonding, because that could be really kind of like a high, like, wow, somebody gets me. But then the trauma bond just never ends, because you kind of rehash trauma over and over again, unless they're on a path of healing themselves as well. So you want somebody who's kind of elevated and able to elevate you as well. Kind of somebody who's on their own journey as well, basically. Show me what I need to see for pile number 1, as far as all these cards here, to help them kind of not make a quick exit, but really exit this cycle to improve and, and ascend this pattern and just do better in life and feel better. And show me now. Organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now comes to me so easily. So maybe you're somebody who really struggles with organizing, which that's the story of my life. Yeah, and they say, when you're not organized, that's a state of your mind. So perhaps this is something that we can take small steps and measures to go ahead and start like organizing the outer world, so that the inner world is a lot more peaceful, a lot more calm. That's something that you can do for yourself, and Spirit will totally support you. Also, I feel like that will help break some of those patterns and the tendency to go back and do what we know isn't necessarily good for us. What else could we do in order to heal this wound, this trauma wound of not feeling like we really got that affection? And show me now. And creativity. So be creative with this. Maybe you could, number 33, you can enlist somebody else to kind of have a rebirthing experience. If you guys know, if you know, you know. And if you don't, that's okay. You can enlist somebody else just to be able to be a neutral party to listen to what you have to say, or kind of pretend that you are the caretaker, the provider who raised you, and that you could kind of speak your truth and things like that. So there's a number of different ways to do it. Otherwise, you can paint, you can write a song, you can write lyrics, you can dance, you can perform like an opera. That's something I would do. Like perform something just for your own, to be able to get it out, basically. Just perform something and pretend that you're kind of on a stage to be able to get things out. Whatever method is going to work for you is a correct one for you, okay? And the last card I have for you, pile number 1, is the High Priestess. So this is like everything at your fingertips. I feel like there's secrets that you had that ability to go deep, deep down, because you've been in the depth before by yourself, I feel. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and maybe even physically. For some of you guys that grew up without parents in the home, maybe they were always working or out or whatever the case may be. But this is going to bring you healing, because you have everything that it takes to be able to get in touch with those emotions, bring them to the surface, bring them to the forefront, and just even acknowledge it. I feel like half the battle is going to be to acknowledge, wow, I've been waiting for someone to even, as part of my relationship now is my partner doesn't recognize me, or doesn't make time for me, or doesn't make me feel like I'm super special. They make me feel like if work calls them, they're going to bail on me on a day off when we already have plans, or whatever the case may be. I don't know your situation. And if you're not partnered, it could be, I attract people who are all about the hustle and not about anything else, and want you to be about the hustle as well. And is that really what you want in life? Because I think not. I think that you've been waiting a long time to be seen, a long time to have somebody dive in the depths with you, a long time to really understand and have deep conversations about things that maybe people don't really enjoy talking about, but it would be like totally your topic and this other person's topic. About the great mysteries of life, about the depths, about subconscious, about programming, all of it. And I feel like if you set the intention out, you will get that healing, and it will come back to you quickly and easily. Not easily, but it could be a little bit painful because, therapy. And that's nothing we know here. All of you guys know that this is not a therapy session. This is just a reading for The masses, huh? Anyways, so I hope that helps you. If you like this kind of reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, pile number 1, much healing. Namaste. Hi, pile 2. My name is Chris Elwood, Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, very warm welcome to you. Glad to have you here. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much for returning. Pile 2. This is the vase you chose. And I didn't actually really pay attention, but it has a little love tag on here. And it's got the flowers, of course. I think it's really beautiful. So let's see what you can focus on that would provide like almost immediate relief or help you get a leg up or a step up. Probably one of the quickest things that you can do for yourself to feel better, to have some self-improvement as well. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. Pile number 2, I feel like you like labels. You like labels. You don't like things that are ambiguous, relationships included. Oh, the onyx. Okay, so everything has to have a label with you, and that's the first thing that kind of popped into my head. So with the onyx, this is an incredibly powerful stone. So I should show it to you while I read it to you. Onyx, protection, strength, and self-control. You like that flip? That was like unplanned. Woohoo! So it's primary, addressing the root chakra, vibration number 6. And it addresses Capricorn and Leo. The affirmation is, I find confidence and strength in my life experiences. Now, it's something to really kind of consider for those of us that have had a rough life. I feel like it's always best to kind of think about the positives, and that could be really daunting at times. So onyx is a stone of strength and self-confidence in surroundings. It's a powerful protection stone and transforms negative energy while preventing personal energy drain. Wow. It encourages happiness and good fortune. Yeah, that's what we want, right? So pile number 2, we've got the onyx right here, and let's see how we can heal this wound, or small steps that we can do to just feel better overall. Show me what I need to see. Why is the onyx here for pile number 2? Pile number 2 with the label. Show me more about this and show me now. The Fool. Sorry, pile 2. So you have the Fool. I got some notification, totally kicked me off. Yeah, so the Fool. So this is wanting to make a move, wanting to make movement forward, and wanting to maybe even chase things. Let's see what else we have here. Show me a little bit more about this wound that we can heal. Show me a little bit more about the wound that we can heal. And show me now, as I throw everything everywhere. The Ace of Cups, so emotional gratification. So I feel like you're always wanting, I feel like you're almost like an eternal optimist. It's like you date to marry, that kind of a thing, or date to get in a long-term relationship with. You don't date to discover or check people out or have fun, and that's not your motive. And I can really, I resonate with that. I resonate with that. I don't feel like I want to waste my time. But anyways, this is about taking chances and wanting that emotional gratification. And I don't want to say like so thirsty, because, you know, like when they say you're thirsty, that's just not a good thing. It's like wanting to seek attention everywhere and anywhere. But I feel like that could be a thing with you, that whenever you connect with somebody on an emotional plane, like you're willing to jump. You're like, hey, let's do this, let's go. And you're not afraid to kind of make those decisions, because why is this camera not responding? Okay, we're just gonna let the camera decide what it wants to do. But I feel like it's one of those things where you pardon, yeah, you're okay with going with a feeling and an emotion and not a lot to back it up, like behind it. So you could have gotten yourself in situations or been in situations where you jumped because, you know, based on a feeling, only to find out that somebody wasn't long term, or yeah, that relationships were very temporary, or I hate to say it, but maybe like one night stands and things like that. No judgment there, just an observation. So it could have been something that's like when somebody gives you affection, you're like, wow, this is affection. And I definitely obviously love affection. I mean, I don't know who doesn't, but been there, done that too. So no judgment. But I feel like you could have been someone who you're just quick to believe whatever it is that people tell you, or if they feel a certain way, and you're like, pack light and let's go. You're willing to, you know, meet someone across the country and take out a plane ticket and see how it goes and things like that. If this doesn't resonate, then this is not your pile. Pick a different one or look at one of the other videos. Pile number 2, show me what I need to see for pile number 2 to be able to heal this wound, for jumping and not kind of, I feel like there's not a lot of like thought behind it other than like being fueled by emotion. There needs to be some temperance. There needs to be a little bit of balance. And also, well, let's see what these cards say. Show me what I need to see. Healing, something that's going to be relatively quick, something that they can work on to be able to heal this wound here. Show me what I need to see for pile 2. And I'm only looking for 2 cards. And show me now. Let's see what we have. Beauty and imagination. Yeah, so I feel like you've been told in your life that you're a little bit of a dreamer, and that's a possibility. There's nothing wrong with being a dreamer. It's just that you know, if we put our emotions on for everybody else to make decisions like that, just based on sheer emotion, it can get us in trouble because there's not a lot of logic behind it. For example, how would you know, take care of yourselves, depending if you're just moving out of the house and things like that, or is this sustainable, or are we outside of the original magnetism, do we have compatibility? You know, is there a lot of thought behind that? Is this something that's logical? And pursuing things. So I feel like you could be a little bit carried away with beauty. It says, beauty, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. So yeah, you could be very beautiful. That's well established with number 4. And then with imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Okay, so confession time, why not? So I'm one of those people that I can be like quickly ensnared. If I have an emotional bond with somebody, right away I'm like, wow, it clicks, and rationale doesn't really feed into it. Like once upon a time, I had a pseudo husband, I'm gonna call him, and he lived in a different state than me, and because I felt the connection, we were talking a lot and this and that and whatever, it formed like immediate bond, and it was a very deep bond, and this went on for quite a few years, but it wasn't very logical. We had met in person, and then let's see, eventually it was just kind of weird because I would, you know, on weekends, the excuse was, oh yeah, I have to go over here and there's no cell service, but there never was. And it took me a long time to kind of like wake up to reality of, hey, it's a weekend. And because it doesn't mean anything to me, it obviously did to him. So this was like a marriage made in my head. Yeah, that happened. Okay. And so obviously, like, I set myself up to fail, but I went ahead and, you know, with all the emotions and stuff. And yeah, we met once and it was like pretty cool. But then he wound up getting into like a relationship and completely wound up ghosting me. And when I asked him about it, he's like, yeah, well, that's what I do when I'm in a relationship. And I thought, wow, clear, 10-4. Got the message. So I hope through my pain, you, my friend, will learn something about my craziness. But anyways, you're not the only one, because I could have a complete relationship with somebody who doesn't even know a damn thing. They don't even know that I'm breathing, okay? And I could go from 0 to hero and like in my brain, like fantasize about this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden it's like a week later, I'm like, yep, we're getting a divorce. This isn't working. And they have no idea what my name is. So, and that's true, by the way. I mean, I can like jokingly say that, but I mean, I can run through all the steps and go, yep, not going to work. So Page of Cups, you may have somebody wanting to apologize to you, give you a small token of an apology, or give you some fake promises. And now I feel like with this, even this is, in comparison, I feel like this is what you have been offered in life through a lot of your patterns and scenarios is a small token, a small little gift of, wow, yeah, like, we're emotionally on the same page. And then because you kind of believe it, you believe it's an Ace of Cups when it's really only a Page of Cups. A page is an apology, but it can also be like somebody practicing love. And, with the Suit of Cups, they're in love with love, most of them, until they get to be queens and kings. So there is that. But anyways, so you at this point in time would do well to look at those patterns in your life to be able to kind of help you move from beyond that. We don't want to be stuck in those little patterns, right? I can't believe how many confessions. I'm going to call this like Grisel's confessions. Ridiculous. Don't judge me, okay? Pile number 2. What else do we have? How can we move beyond this to a more logical, tangible, so that we can actually grow? For pile number 2, and things don't need a label. Like, I think you might label things in your head like I do. And I'm working on it, okay? Show me what pile 2 can do in order to kind of break free from this or to grow, learn, whatever it is that we need. And show me now the 4 of Cups. Check this card out. This guy's like in his drinks, obviously. There's a 3 of Cups in front of him, and this is the good times and celebrations, and this is like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm here to hook it up and have some drinks, and the pour is heavy, and the music is loud, and it's fun, and it's reciprocal. Until the drinks run out and party time is over. But then this person starts kind of navel gazing. So I feel like you're not getting like the attention, or you're not getting exactly what it is that you want. Anyways, did I just like use my middle finger? I think I flipped somebody off, but not like deliberately. So you could be saying, well, F that, I don't want to deal with that. But here's you coming in with the cup. And I feel like you are genuine. You're like true blue. You wear your heart on your sleeve, but you need to find somebody who is compatible. Most of all, you need somebody who's deserving. So you want to watch out for scallywags who just don't have the emotional capacity, right? You are full. You're like all emotion, and it's beautiful. But this person is, I heard destitute, and I don't mean money, but you're finding people drawn to you that just have no emotional capability to give you except but a little drop of something to sip on, and that's just not going to fly with you. Not long term anyways. So use your imagination for good. In this case, I would say use your imagination to manifest something of quality, something long-term, and then visualize it. What does that look like? And if somebody says, yeah, me too, like with the Ace of Cups, wow, me too. Don't put everything on a platter. Allow them to kind of share about, what it is that they love, and see if it's really in sync. Because it's easier for people to say, yeah, me too, and go with this narrative if they kind of want to party or get into your brain, or whatever the case may be. And so that goes back to this protection thing. Protection is strength. So you're going to protect yourself before you leap. You're going to make a better assessment of what they're really offering and not just verbally offering. Show me more of pile number 2, what they need to see. Show me what we need to see for pile 2, and show me now. Creativity. You could have a message in pile number 1 as well. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. And I'm being drawn to all of this like flow, just emotion, and even this like light beam. Even though it's light, I'm feeling more like water from the back. And it's going to be really good for you to, I think journaling is going to be really, really good for you to be able to get things out in a creative way. And even writing stories, because like what I described in my pseudo relationships, that could be a story. I mean, like, it would be a factual thing that happened in my mind, but I feel like you could be the same way, and they could be amusing, and they could be little anecdotes, and but a form of healing would be even like for me to express that or share that or to admit that and kind of laugh about it and know that that would be like my nature and be able to kind of move on from those things. So just an idea for you. And a last card for pile number 2, please. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2 and show me now. Harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. So there's something brewing. There's something that you are fit to give this world. And maybe that's what this big cup is, a desire to give. And some of us are just like emotional givers and we want to give. But then you have, even though these are not hands, I feel like they could be hands. It's like take. We attract people that want to grab and take. Grabby grabs. And so you're going to have to really, decide what it is, what's cooking. What are you going to do about it? What is it that you can gift the world without being depleted, without calling all in, without jumping, without looking, but you can actually give in a different manner. So is this giving, again, with creative writing? Is this like starting a podcast? Is this sharing your stories? Is this, writing books or children's books or anything like that. So you might want to take a look at that in your life, because it will create more balance and harmony in your life if you get that out in a creative manner and not in a harmful manner that attracts the wrong things to you. On my clock, I just saw number 1313. Anyways, I hope that helped. If you like that reading, kind of share. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, namaste. Hi, Pile 3. My name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. For those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping by. And for those of you that are new to my channel, thank you for showing up. So Pile 3, this would be your vase. If you chose this, you're in the right place. So first of all, I'm getting some like tingles in my hand right when I touch that vase, and I feel like you feel like you have so much to offer and it's so contained, but you don't even know what it is. Maybe you feel like you're lacking talent. Maybe you're feeling like you don't articulate well, or you don't even know like what you can give or what your purpose is. All right, so that's what I'm feeling off the bat. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this because I happened to glance down while I was shuffling. I did not do it on camera, but it was one that popped up when I was thinking about you. Am I going to try to pronounce this? No. No, I'm not. So clarity, love, and transparency. The chakra that it addresses, pile number 3, is the heart chakra. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The affirmation: when I am transparent with myself, my heart space awakens. Okay, this is one of the rarest pink gemstones in the world. Its watery pinkish purple characteristics are dreamy and draws out the loving clarity of the heart. Interesting. It soothes the spirit and connects us to a higher vibration. So yeah, but look how pretty that is. And I'm not necessarily like a pink thing. Good grief, Griselle. A pink person. But yeah, look how well it goes against that little doohickey thingamajiggy. So, clarity. I feel like, yeah, that makes sense. Needing that clarity. And let's see what it is that is going on with you. For pile number 3, show me what I need to see for pile 3. Anything that's going to be helpful. Healing. What is it that pile number 3 is needing to heal? And right now I'm being shown actually a window, and it's a closed window. It's very small with the hand outstretched, kind of reaching, almost like reaching for the light or reaching for something. Clarity would make sense, actually, the word we just read. Show me what I need to see. 2 cards for pile 3 and show me now. I have the Queen of Cups. What else do we have? The devil. Okay. So for this pile, I feel like, hello, we're just throwing stuff everywhere, dropping it. Why not? Pile number 3, this could be referencing a mother, a female figure, or somebody who is a female or expresses like female tendencies. Doesn't even have to be sexually female. Anyways, but the Queen of Cups is somebody who is typically intuitive and psychic and is able to kind of read the room in a very, I'm going to say emotional, but in this case, I do feel like with this cup, this is a large cup. Like this person is kind of shrouded and kind of hidden a little bit. They don't really want to be front stage and center. And I kind of feel like with this big old cup and with the steam coming behind it, I feel like this person can struggle with some depression, struggle with some issues, struggle with a ton of emotion that kind of bubbles over, boils over, and that emotion could have like boiled over into your life. If you grew up with this person, this could be a sister. But anyways, this person just doesn't have the ability to control emotions, and it's all about them. This could be your quintessential narcissist, by the way. It's all about their feelings. And typically, I would not read this in this manner, but it's coming out with the devil, and that's what I'm getting. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I see it. So then I have the devil here. So yeah, this could be a Capricorn, or this could be just behavior that kind of kept you in a box, kept you trapped, kept you without the ability to have free will, to be able to move about as you saw fit. You didn't really get the sustenance, or like this mermaid needs to be in water, obviously. And she's out of the water and she's trapped. And I feel like because of the toxic behavior and traits of this person, and I'm just seeing 444 on the screen, that could mean something to some of you. You didn't have a lot of ability to exert your will or to enforce your will or to bring about anything with your will. It was all about what this person said, what they wanted. And I feel like for a long, long time, you kind of kept yourself even after you were maybe perhaps an adult or grown enough. Because of old patterns and behaviors, you allowed that cage to remain because they simply wanted it that way, okay? Let's see where this is going. Show me what I need to see. I feel like we need a little bit more clarity with this pile, number 3. Why are these here? That would make sense. It's like from the outside, from the inside looking out, wanting to go out and feeling kind of confined and bound and trapped and unable to. Show me what I need to see. Clarification for these 2 cards here for pile 3, and show me now. Yeah, 7 of Cups. I feel like during this time also you could have honed your skills on dreaming, daydreaming. This could have really allowed you to escape. Some people that are actually, I'm throwing stuff everywhere, actually in confined in prison or mental institutions, or let's say on a boat, if you're in the Navy and you just can't like leave because that's your job or whatever the case may be. I feel like this allowed you to really do a lot of daydreaming, a lot of dreaming, a lot of kind of fantasizing and using your creative mind. And that's how you escaped looking like this all the time or feeling that way, like entrapped. But I feel like there's like many layers to this. And, you know, with the 7 of Cups, this is about illusion, about lack of clarity. Yeah, this is like wanting clarity. And with that window, wanting that open window so that you can fly away, wanting the bars to be lifted so that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And I don't think that it's been fair. This person has exerted a lot of energy in order to entrap you or trap you. However you look at it. So we're going to go ahead and leave those toxic characteristics, and let's see the best way for pile number 3 to help themselves, to get out of this, or to break the cycle. It's the quickest way. Show me what I need to see for pile 3 to gain clarity on the situation, to gain wisdom, whatever it is that they need, and show me now. And we throw all the cards. Something about falling and throwing, and could have been a lot of like when you were growing up or in that situation with this person. Doesn't have to be when you were little. You know, this person could have thrown temper tantrums or thrown things about the house, or I've been guilty once or twice about hurling a hairbrush across the room. Yeah, we won't talk about that. It's not confession time. So Dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn. Wondrous dreams of days reborn. Okay. So, yep, daydreaming. Here we have that confirmation. Inspiration. Isis, the goddess of magic. I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. And so this is like how you could have survived, but also this is how you're going to be inspired, and how you have been inspired. And I feel like whatever these toxic traits were or are, you have kind of broken free from that. You have dreamt of a way of how to get rest, how to take care of yourself, and also inspiration on how to get loose from that. Number 1 from the 19 is about your personal power. It's about individualism. It's about how can I conduct myself in this world, basically. But I feel like that brought you some inspiration. In the number 9, that's a period of ending. Like we're close to the 10, but when we add those two, it is a 10. So I feel like you reached that peak of no longer being entrapped and being ready to break free, and even realizing, hey, I'm confined. Some of us don't realize we are jailed or confined until many, many years later. So that's a good thing. But with the number 10, this is definitely a time when things are ending. If it hasn't ended, this confinement, entrapment thing, it's done. It's done. So best possible decision. Woo! Artemis, goddess of the bow. Help me see what must be known. Where's the bow? Oh, she does have bow and arrow. Okay. And she's got a moon on her head. Number 18, so 1 again, personal power, but the 8 could be cycles. This could have been a cycle that you've gone over and over again, and rehearsed it and kind of done it different ways, like entrapping, entangling yourself, or allowing other people to trap you. What I mean by that is if you had somebody who's dogmatic, like a mother, a sister, a brother, or a parent, whatever the case may be, or a lover, when you got out of that situation, or when you were able to distance yourself, you fell back into it, because there's a lot of falling here, as you witnessed before. So I'm going to say that there's a lot of falling into repetitive behavior, allowing yourself to be reeled in and to be caged once again. So the best possible decision for you is to really gain perspective and gain an aim on exactly what it is that you want. What do you want? Freedom. What do you want? Emotional fulfillment. What do you want? Inspiration to follow my own dreams. Things like that. So clarity, love, and transparency. You know what? Those things to me are so important, because I feel like even this queen is definitely not transparent. She's got a lot of secrets that she's not sharing with anybody, and it's all this emotion bubbling over everywhere. And with it kind of moving behind her neck and stuff, I feel like she could speak some toxic things as well. If not all the time, then occasionally. But I feel like she's very dualistic and very much in her darkness, where this person's going to do whatever possible to achieve the goal. The goal is to trap you, basically, whether it's through pregnancy or whether it's through short leash of obligations, and you need to do this for me, and you know that I rely on your income, or you know that the family needs you, whatever the case may be. Those are some of the ways it can look like. So the best possible decision is for you to get a bullseye, to really get an aim, a clear idea what it is that you desire. And that's going to help you just to really be focused on those things, not focus on the past or these patterns. So number 1, your personal power. And then the number 8 is circling around. And it could be, it's very actually abundance also. So you could break this cycle with reclaiming your personal power or claiming it for the first time ever. The color lavender can be very important to you. You could be drinking some lavender tea, or lavender can be very soothing to your soul and spirit right now. Hand lotion teas, whatever the case may be. Fragrance. But it's very much best for you to focus on what it is that you want that's going to create abundance for you. Whatever that looks like to you, it's your life, okay? After a certain point, we're not obligated to live our lives and for other people. And I feel like this person also could be somebody who tried to live vicariously through you and wanted you to do whatever it is. And it just made everything so messy and entangled, and you just feel trapped. So I feel like that's the best decision for you. If you haven't, again, broken away from this person, it's going to happen quite soon. Show me what I need to see for this pile number 3. Pile number 3, wanting that clarity, the love, and the transparency. How to attract that transparency in other people so that we're not attracting the same toxicity. And show me now. Ooh, kidding. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. So you're going to see like who really wants to deposit time, energy, and effort. And it doesn't have to be equal. Like, oh, I mop today, you mop today. I made dinner last night, so you make dinner tomorrow, whatever. You get the point. It's going to be equitable. Like, let me help you. Okay, well, I can do this. Well, okay, great. I can pick up this slack. And, you know, what things do you enjoy doing and what do you not? Let's compromise. But this is effort. This couple has made an effort, not only, well, you know, making a baby. That's effort right there. But deciding, you know, okay, where are we going to put the baby? How much effort? Maybe you get up 3 nights a week and I'll get up the rest of the night so that, you know, we can have a semi-balance here. Or I'll go ahead and work nights so that, you know, I can do this and you can do that or whatever. But this is, you know, trying to streamline things and decide like how much energy and effort you're going to put into something, and watching to see if they put reciprocal energy, if somebody is giving back equal effort and energy. So you're not going to be manipulated by this anymore, by somebody who wants to manipulate and pull your strings. I feel like this person can pull your emotional strings and try to manipulate that way. It's either by pity or by emotional strings, or by the words that they say, or really leaning heavy on your compassion. And that's all manipulation. That's all that adds up to. Pile number 3, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you do, give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, much healing. Namaste. Hi, Balfour. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and if you chose this beautiful vase, this is your reading. Pile 4, so you chose a vase that I feel like has a lot of roots and a lot of growth, and that's pretty cool. We're going to see what crystal pertains to you. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping in. For those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Pile 4, show me what I need to see for pile 4. For healing, something that would really help them get a leg up. I don't want to say quick healing, but something that'll really make a radical change in your life to make you happier. And show me now. Kunzite. So it says love, divine connection, and creativity. Okay. Primary chakra is the heart, with a reference to Aries, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, and Taurus. The affirmation: I release what doesn't serve me and fill myself with love. Kunzite is a high vibrational stone that connects as with divine energy and unconditional love. It helps with communication, calms the nerves, and promotes self-love. It can be used to release energy, blockage, and heal. Ooh, releasing energy blockages, vibration number 1. I like that. That's pretty darn cool. So that is what this stone is for. I'm feeling with that vase that you picked back here, like heavy family lineage. Show me what I need to see for pile number 4. Anything that's going to be helpful, anything that's going to help them grow, something that's going to be kind of a quick fix relatively, right? I don't think anything is really quick, but something that's going to really change their lives remarkably if they're able to heal from this. What is that thing? And show me now. The moon. Well, first thing I was thinking of is speaking your truth. Look at all that coming from her mouth. Speaking your truth, but this is about your intuition, about deception, about monsters in the dark. Maybe this is about even speaking your truth to yourself, or maybe you're an intuitive and you haven't told anybody, or you've tried to deny it to yourself, as I did for like, most of my life, you know. But the moon is all on top of her head, and that is being connected to the divine femininity. I kind of feel like this might not have to do with other people. Interesting. Show me what I need to see for pile 4. Pile 4, what is it that they need to really work on that would be kind of a quick fix, quote unquote, be able to help them live a happier, more fulfilling life, and show me now. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like if you start following your intuition more, or even make an assessment, you don't have to like admit this to the world. I don't think it's that kind of a reading. And I think that that's what your fear is, by the way. So love, divine connection, boom, right there. There's your divine connection is with spirit. And you get a ton of downloads. So why not just write them down and just say, what if? So start a notebook and title it, What If? Your what if notebook. What if I'm right about blah, blah, blah observation? And what if, you know, I'm feeling intuitively this way? And what if, and just write it all down. And I would go through actually in a point in my life and I needed a visual. I bought some gold stars and I would just put stars by the ones that really, quote, came true or were verifiable and were indeed verified as being accurate. And that really helped me. That helped me, my confidence level, especially when I was kind of like, well, I don't know, am I making this up? Things like that. But speaking your truth would be next in step, because once you kind of verify with yourself that you're on point, that your intuition is on point, the next step is going to be to speak your truth. And that will come naturally once you kind of have that confidence. So I feel like you can't put the cart before the horse, right? And maybe that's what we've been attempting to do. But actually, I feel like you're more like me, where you're just trying to stuff it all down. Let's just stuff it, see if it goes away. That's no great solution, right? Show me what I need to see. One more card for pile number 4. Anything that we can really start moving on from or observing and working on to heal and to live a happier life in the quickest way possible. Oh, you too, huh? The Devil. So any obsessions, any addictions, anything that's holding you entrapped, because I feel like this is all about you. I don't feel like this is outside energy. You are imprisoning yourself within your mind, like even night terrors, I heard. So by the way, since this is like confession time for me, I don't know why it winds up this way, but when I started like coming into my gifts and stuff, part of the reason why I didn't want to deal with it was because I was having a lot of night terrors and I couldn't go to sleep, and I would have like, you know, dead people visiting me and showing me things that I don't want to see. And it was just, I don't want to like go on because you have your own issues, obviously. But also it's kind of like, it's easier to live in the 3D and see everything. It's like tangible. But this water is almost like, almost invisible. I mean, outside from the wave. And so a lot of things are not going to be tangible. You could feel it. You could be very much clairsentient. That's what this could be saying. And so go with that and just, you know, play a little game of what if, because I feel like that will open up a whole new world. You're welcome. Yep. Moving on. Show me what I need to see for pile number 4 to be able to heal. Anything that's going to be helpful, useful, a quote quick fix, anything that is going to really help the situation, and show me now. Healing, yes. Candle flame burn this hour. Bring me to your healing power. So I feel like how the candle and water are just opposite. It's like flame and water. And it's going to be really, in order to heal, you have to get a little bit more in your fire, okay? The number 2 is your personal power. The number 9, how things are ending, how you won't be overcome by emotion and mystery and have all these feelings, you know where to put it, and not be able to speak what it is, or even sometimes articulate what it is that you're feeling because you're trying to smush it or put it behind you, or trying to live in a 3D world when you are, you know, equipped with 6 or more senses, and we're told that, you know, taste buds are only for tasting food. Or whatever. I think you get my point, okay? So I think that self-imprisonment will go away when you focus on these things. So speaking your truth with time, and that will create some harmony in your heart. Well, okay, and in your life. I guess I'm going to take these that just straight jumped out because that's how we do. Imagination. Yep, imagination now sets me free. Divine ones. I send my thanks to thee. So maybe you, yeah, you know what? I feel like you have ancestral help, even with this like family tree. I'm going to call it that for pile number 4. So this could be hereditary in your life, and you could have been like, oh, hell no, I don't want no part of that. I saw my mom, my dad, my aunts, my uncles, or my friends go through this, and I really don't want that kind of life because I know that, you know, people like them, they were mocked, or they were just different, or they had people pulling on their energy, or maybe you saw some adverse outcome to the stuff that they were doing. Keep in mind that you're not anyone else. This is you, and you have the ability to make choices and put limits and boundaries accordingly. So you are not your family lineage. Maybe you have the blessings of those gifts, and you can take lessons from watching other people and kind of, you know, siphon through what it is that you like and don't like, and do boundaries, you know, protect yourself. That's going to be a good thing. So that was imagination. Energy, your energy will return to you. I feel like that's fire energy as well. All right, inside my fire divine. Yep. Energy, fill me, make me shine. So yeah, this is about even her like touching her heart and being like, oh, you know, a little bit like nostalgic. Whereas here, I feel like there's a little fear associated with what you're feeling. And this is like, oh, wow, you know, I'm in tune and I'm in touch. The number 1 and the 13 is your personal power and how you embody this energy and how you express it, because you have control over that. And I feel like you might even, with the sentimentality, it reminds me of like your family lineage and things like that. So you could have had someone who was very in tune where they would say, you know what, don't go there because this is going to happen, and boom, it would happen. They didn't even have to have like a formal label. Okay, it just is what it is. So love, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. And this can be many forms. It could be just love, but number 1, I feel like it's like loving yourself, loving your gifts, and being able to even love that you have the ability and the chance to set limits or open and be as expansive as you want, as creative as you want, and bring those into the 3D world as well. Fertility, let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. So you have the great ability to manifest and to create things. Well, you're a magical being. And I think that the less that you fight it, the more that you're going to be able to see that. Also, obviously, if you're not looking to get pregnant this time, take precautions. But I feel like this is even having a fertile mind, a fertile heart, and having less fear. Look for mentors. That's going to be a practical thing that you can do. Somebody that resonates with you that you can kind of follow or imitate, or email and say, hey, you know, I kind of like what I do. Would you mind mentoring me? And I know, you know, a lot of people in our community, myself included, we're willing to like give to people that are sincere in those efforts, you know. So if you could find somebody to mentor you, that would really make things a lot less scary. Psychic protection, yeah, so they can teach you how to protect yourself from psychic attacks. Around me now, a shield of gold protecting me, strong and bold. And so this is going to be something that is going to be fundamental for you to learn, to get your balance, your feet underneath you, and to be able to continue not to be in fear of the unknown and of the depth, but really having that confidence, like I can shield myself, there's nothing to be afraid of, and therefore I can speak my truth. And therefore I can even acknowledge what it is that I see. Because sometimes we just know things and we don't want to speak it for fear of like manifesting it when it's already here and you're being told it's here. And you might as well speak it anyways, because that's just how things work out. But psychic protection is going to be something that you might want to cover with a mentor, or just kind of look things up and go from there. You can take some courses online. They're readily available pretty much anywhere at your local psychic shop. That's what I like to call them. Anyways, for pile number 4, that was kind of short and sweet, but I'm glad that this wasn't like an outside enemy. It's kind of the enemy within. And so for lack of a better way, you are sleeping with the enemy. So let's knock it off. Let's kind of get that bravery under our feet, because I know you can do it. You would not be given these gifts, and they're powerful gifts. You're going to be like, why the heck was I stuffing this the whole time? Anyways, I love you, and I hope that you are having a great time. If you're enjoying these kind of readings, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, namaste. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose this lovely vase, then this reading is for you. Pile 5. If you are a new person, new to my channel, thank you so much for showing up. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you so much for stopping in as well. I hope everybody receives exactly what messages they are wanting. Or if not, I hope that you receive some amusement. Pile number 5, let's find out what it is that you can work on or heal and have a quick turnaround. A quick boost of energy, of dopamine, of just feeling good about yourself. Show me what I need to see for pile number 5. And show me now. Appetite. Communication, teaching, and awareness. Pile number 5. This is the throat chakra, vibration number 1, with Gemini and Libra. Appetite helps eliminate blockages, bring the body into balance. It helps to balance emotions, chakras, and facilitates self-expression and communication. It manifests ideas into reality with ease. It's very cool. I love the green. So pile number 5, this is going to be your stone or your crystal. If you're interested, you can always look online and find you an appetite. Pile number 5, let's find out what it is that pile number 5 can heal from. What is it that number 5 needs to know? What is it that they can work on right now? That would be kind of a quick, it's nothing quick in the spiritual realm, but kind of a quick turnaround, or they can see like really great improvements quickly and easily at this point in time in their lives for pile number 5. And show me now. Oh, already got the 2 right here, right now. Okay. Temperance. We have the Temperance and we have the Queen of Cups. So balance, having much balance and healing. And I even feel like because of the shell right here, it has something to do with your voice and voicing your intention. This is like the I am a creator, I am a teacher, I am a mystic, whatever it is, I am a caretaker. And coming out of the depth of what it is that you really desire with the purity of like, you know, I really love doing this. And people may not understand why I want to ride motorcycles in the dunes all the time, or why I want to fix bikes up and be able to facilitate children to go on rides like that would never otherwise have a chance, or whatever your thing is. It doesn't have to be mainstream, but it has to be heartfelt, okay? I feel like that is going to really make your heart soar. I feel like communication would flow quickly and easily. I also feel like you would actually get some help. Now with this one, I have the Queen of Cups, and this one came out in another pile, and I feel like, you know, this could be some toxic traits, the Queen of Cups. I just feel like in this particular deck, she's kind of toxic, and I feel like this is about like keeping everything to myself, keeping it shrouded, keeping it hidden. It's almost like, for example, if you have a family and they're all like lawyers and your parents expect you to be a lawyer and you're like, nope, I'm going to be a chef. But I have that desire and I am looking at recipes and I'm cooking and plating beautiful things for the family all the time, but I'm going to law school and you're living like a double life there. And it's almost like it could be something like that. So that would be kind of extreme and kind of obvious, but you know, putting your energy and effort and voicing what it is that your talents are, what it is that you desire, in spite of it going against a narrative of other people. That's going to be important for you to fulfill your personal destiny. So just starting to speak up about the things that you love and what your dream is. I feel like people around you could be like naysayers, like, oh, that's not possible. Or, I mean, that's been done to me quite a bit, you know. It's like, Roselle, that's a dream. This is a job. I'm like, okay. So it is what it is. People are entitled to their opinions. And yet, you know, I mean, you could do something like myself, like I do a channel, and obviously I don't have a lot of viewers, but I do have people that come in and take a look at one or two, decide to buy readings from me. And that's nice because that's my intent all along, is to be able to help people. That's what I want to do. So whatever the case may be with you, or if you're a chef, maybe you can contract on the side, like on weekends or when you're not busy working or going to school, whatever the case may be. You can contract yourself out and be like, hey, I'm here for date nights and I can make you this kind of gourmet and it comes as a package. I'll be your personal chef for the evening. And you can even hire like a cellist or something like that, make it like super romantic, and go to a high school and hire a high school kid that wants to earn a little bit extra income. I mean, there's many different things that you can think about, but the biggest thing is to go ahead and get creative and get vocal about what it is that you want. Show me what I need to see for pile 5. Pile number 5, what do we need to see? Yeah, I feel like just your voice is repressed. Trust. I am safe. I am secure. Ooh, notice how my voice went crack. In love, I trust. My faith endures. So you could have a trust issue. You could have an issue with vocalizing what it is that you want. Your truth could be a big thing for you to be able to bless the world with, is finally speaking your truth. That's going to be something right here for you, speaking up and speaking your truth. Show me what I need to see. Maybe you don't feel like supported, and I totally get it. I mean, not many or anybody said, hey, Grisel, do a channel and this would be a great idea. Or, hey, Grisel, go ahead and set up a Yelp and see who calls. And, I had maybe 2 people encourage that. But for the most part, it was no. And yet that's what makes me happy. And here we are. And, I get ebbs and flows of like a lot of readings and then a lot of nada. But I still enjoy myself. So creativity. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Yep. So I feel like you need to open up that voice so that you can actually start getting creative. So, hello. Yeah, just everything falling over. That's not good. But I feel like even with my Yelp, when I do get calls, people want to see me in person, and it still goes back to the Arizona thing. I've not been able to really successfully move my Yelp to California. So that's been kind of an ish. Yeah, but anyways, moving on. Show me what I need to see for pile 5. Pile number 5, lots of changes and fluctuations, ebbs and flows, and even speak if your voice shakes. In the end, who cares? People are entitled to their opinion, and they're going to have them regardless. Whether they tell you or not, it's always going to be like, you're always going to be up for judgment. Unfortunately, people don't know how to mind their own business. So show me what I need to see for pile 5, and show me now. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's a way that you can inspire other people too. Maybe some of the naysayers are the ones that need inspiration the most, and maybe you're going to crack that mold, but it's all going to start with you. Pile number 5, speaking your truth. True love, come to me. True love shall come to me, and as I do, so mote it be. Embodying love, embodying that trust, and embracing whatever it is that you love. That's going to really help to attract and magnetize people and situations that are more in line with your vibration. Number 26, 2 is about your personal power, how you move about in the world, how you juggle things to fit in what it is that you love as well. And the number 6 as well. I feel like that's more like victory. I always think of the 6 of Wands when I think of the 6. What else do we need for pile number 5? Pile number 5, let's help pile number 5 kind of heal this wound of not being able to speak their truth. Show me what I need to see, and show me now. I'm going to take these 2 right here. Okay, these 3. Yep. Sure, why not? Dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams of days reborn. So you could pay attention to your dreams. I think that will give you a lot of clues and cues as to what is going on. But dare I say, I see this like shadow back here. It's almost like being watched. Maybe you're feeling like everything that you do is you're always being watched, and you can't kind of relax, and you can't, you don't feel safe, because there's an element of here. I am safe. I am secure. In love, I trust. My faith endures. So perhaps you're in a situation where you're not exactly in a safe place to be able to vocalize what it is that you want. Maybe you're trying to escape a situation or a person who's always like breathing down your neck, whatever the case may be. Have trust and have faith that you can actually get away from that situation. And if that is your scenario, then I am so very sorry. I personally have been through that as well. So it's very, very stressful. And especially I feel like in your case, you're not able to communicate that to a lot of people. Hopefully you have a trusted friend or a professional to be able to help you in those situations. But this is, again, speaking your truth, and truth that's going to help you grow, truth that's going to help you heal. I think about green with the heart chakra. Those are all very, very powerful. Psychic protection around me, a shield of gold protecting me, strong and bold. So yeah, for the number 40 reduces to 4. That's about, your 4 corners, your stability, your foundation essentially. So it's going to be really important to protect yourself from the all-seeing eye, from the evil eye. I feel like you could have people who are eyeballing you in a negative manner, and maybe that's why your voice is shut down. Maybe that's why you shrink away and try to make yourself smaller. And there could be reasons for that. Sometimes when we try to make ourselves smaller in situations like that, it's because we're, around people that are physical with us. And if that's the case, then I'm asking you definitely to get professional help and get out of that, because that never gets any better. Whether family or lovers, it doesn't make a difference. But I feel like you're prone to people trying to look in on you in every situation, especially with this dream sweet, dream deep right here. And it could be in the home front, because number four could be somebody who's always spying on you. You feel like you have no privacy. Yep, and been there, done that too. It's like people so intrigued with what it is that you have going on that they have no time to look at what they're doing. So harmony is I will share harmony divine with love and care. The number 27. So, yep, this is brewing and cooking something up that you are going to be able to establish in the world, in the 3D, to be able to give yourself balance, to be able to give yourself a voice, and to be able to create harmony so that you're not living in fear, so that you can feel like, wow, I'm safe. Because while you're being IF'd, okay, if you know what I'm talking about, you don't feel safe. And it's like there's no privacy. It's almost like having somebody install a camera in your bathroom and streaming 24/7, and you're trying to be normal and take care of your daily needs and go to work and keep up, your chin up and all this stuff. It's no different than that. So privacy is going to be really, really important. And that's something to work on that will change and give you a boost to self-esteem immediately and help you to balance and heal as well. So that is what I have for you. That's a little bit like unsettling and kind of deep. So pile number 5, let's just get one more. Let's get 2 more. What the heck? We can do what we want. Yep, we do what we want. The 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. Yeah, you need rest. You need a timeout, a staycation, a vacation, a way to kind of get away from it, a way to contemplate, a way to recharge yourself. I almost feel like this is energy in here of her recharging herself. And during this time, you could be looking at the swords, like the communication that has or has not transpired between you and whomever that's caused you to make you feel not secure. I almost feel like this is a phase. If you look at it kind of like far out, eye, nose, and then a mouth kind of blowing a bunny. Oh, that sounded really, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's almost like a cloud blowing another cloud. I don't know if that makes sense at all. I kind of feel like I muddled things in there. Pile number 5, last thing, and show me now. There we go. The World. Yep. You're bringing in. Okay. I lied. 2 more. That one and this one. You're bringing an ending to things. So things are going to end, and you're going to make a decision to end it quickly and decisively in order to, and even Spirit in the World acknowledges that you are bringing things to an end. And when you do, you are going to be supported by the sun, by everything that's positive, by really sweet dreams, by things that don't give you nightmares, things that make you feel at peace and feel like you can be yourself for maybe the first time ever. If you grew up in a household like I did, where I felt like I could not be myself and there was always danger lurking, depending on somebody's mood, or, you just never knew what was going to transpire in that kind of environment, whether it was violence or assault or worse. Can I even say that in this form? I don't know, but I just did. So, pile number 5, I hope that helped in some way, shape, and form. Much love to you. If you like that kind of reading, like, share, comment, subscribe. I wish you much, much healing. Until next time, namaste.